Hello everybody, welcome back to another reading. Today we're going to take a look at a very well-known case. Pretty sure everybody watching has heard about this one. It's JonBenét Ramsey. There's a lot of mystery surrounding what exactly happened, why there was a ransom note, when she was in the basement, etc. Was her brother involved? Somebody else? Family friend? Nobody knows. And that is why we're going to take a look at it with the tarot to see what the tarot has to say about that. As per usual, all these readings are entertainment purposes only, not meant to discredit anyone or anything else of that nature. And also, before we get started, as per usual, I am an intuitive reader, meaning that what I see in the cards, I'll let you know. And if you see something else in the cards, let me know that as well in the comment section below, because we all have different ways of reading the tarot, and all different ways to read are valid. So we're just going to go see what we get. I'm going to start with the Affirmators Tarot, which is a very fun deck. Look, it's very sparkly, and it also has these very cute images, which I think is very nice, particularly because we're dealing with a very young child. I would think that would be a nice deck. And if we have any further questions, we've got the Tarot of the Magical Forest, also with little forest creatures. So we're going to try and get some information. I'm just going to start shuffling, and as soon as I have a bunch of cards for you, we'll take a look what we got. So here we go. Okay, we've got a lot of kings and queens and major arcana here. Let's just start over here with the King of Swords. Now, when this one fell out, it kind of seemed to me like the father in this case. It is definitely a male energy who is not really saying the right things right now, or perhaps back then, because I was trying to focus on what happened exactly with her. I think somebody was trying to manipulate a situation. There was a falling out as well. Two Cups reversed, so definitely there is some type of disharmony right there. The star fell down. Of course, JonBenét was the star because she was in lots of different pageants, I'm pretty sure you know. It is next to this Nine of Pentacles though, so that is very interesting. Like, it almost made me feel like these three in particular, I'll put them down because it's easier that way. Like, this person, maybe there was an idea. I'm not going to say what the idea was, but I think you can catch my drift, what I'm trying to say, because there are two people having a falling out, and then the star fell, and then there was at least an idea of financial gain. So there might be something interesting there. We also see the Empress in reverse, so that might be a combination with these two, because these three, if you see them in this little corner here, there's also the Moon in reverse, which means trying to hide things. Well, Moon is usually hiding things, but it could also mean in reverse that the secrets are going to come out. But I think this is more of a little conspiracy between the three, because all three of them here are reversed. The Empress is reversed, is usually the nurturing one, and reversed, that means you're not taking good care of yourself, or you're not taking good care of others, ignoring that type of thing, and they're kind of colluding over here in this little corner. Now I've got a Queen of Cups here. That's definitely like a good emotional energy right here, next to the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords in this case is a meditating tiger. And these two together kind of make me think like somebody was taking a break after this. Somebody had to lay low, a Queen of Swords character. And it might even be a reference to JonBenét herself. I don't know. That's kind of what came up, because the Four of Swords is usually a grave that you see with a person laying there in a praying position. And it's almost like a chilling out, stepping off to the sideline and letting other people take care of things. So next to the Queen of Cups, I was like, is that like a message that they're doing okay now? I don't know. Of course, there's much to confirm that. There is here the Four of Cups, which is usually like having a spoiled for choice type of thing, or it might even be trying to figure out what to do next. This Queen of Cups here may have been taking some time to figure out what it is that they wanted to do next. That might be this lineup here. So maybe we're back at the mother side, because we do have the Empress back here. Like, perhaps something happened in this row, like it happened in this row. This is where she ended up unfortunately passing away. And then we have the mother's line up here, first of all in collusion with the father on this end, but also trying to make things okay for themselves. And then we have the King of Wands here, who is trying to sort things out real quick, and he is not doing the positive thing because he's not upright. So this is, once again, I think we're starting off with the king and we're ending with the king. I think this is the same person, because you can kind of read it as a story, which I usually do. Usually my cards, they start over here with the start, and then we go on to the next line, and we have like the end of the story here. So here is the little collusion area. The King of Swords came up with a plan. Maybe they were in financial dire straits or something, like, okay, if we follow this plan, take the star down, we'll have our finances sorted, because they would be independently resourceful, because usually the 9 is like an independence type of card, like, okay, I'm just going to make sure to take care of business here for myself right now. Of course, I don't know anything about their finances, but it kind of looks like that with this lineup right here. They did have a falling out, but eventually they decided to do it anyway, or at least it was perhaps already carried out. And that's why there is a King of Wands here on this end, like perhaps in careful actions to get this result, because they are definitely here as well, next to the 9 of Pentacles. And then the mother had to sort things out for herself, like, okay, we're gonna hide things, I'm gonna get into my feelings, need to feel things through, and I'm going to chill for a while, figure what to do next. This is what we're going to do. King of Wands, take it into action. So that perhaps that is the situation that we had. But I don't see the brother involved. Let's go grab the other deck to see if we can find anything about the brother in the situation. I'm unfortunately not really sure what his name is right now, but we're going to take a look at the brother, see his role in this situation. Whoop. Ace of Swords. There's a whole bunch here, actually. Let's again with the words. We have the Queen of Cups reversed, so she was mad at him. Look, see, they're right here. Queen of Cups, mother, 2 of Cups, disharmony, arguing, and then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse right on top of that. So this is in reference to the brother. He is definitely in trouble with the mother over here. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reversed. That's like incareful spending of resources, taking the wrong steps. We have here the Ace of Swords in reversed. Usually, like, the aces are always like an opportunity, like maybe you can come up with a great idea, or you're going to have like a great speech, you're going to talk about something, there's communication involved, and in this case there's some really negative communication. So they said or started something that ended up getting him in trouble. And maybe now that we have this combination here, we can kind of see like, oh look, he did something wrong, the queen is upset, and we have a negative effect of that because the star is falling. The star is upside down right there. But we also have the King of Swords here. Is like, wait a second, we can turn this around into our benefit, or at least get out of this without going to jail, all of us, or whatever it is that they thought would happen next. Then we have the mother's trail over here, and eventually we end up with, this is a decision we're going to make, we're going to do it. So it's like, I think it's starting to look like either an accident or an accident on purpose, if you know what I mean. Or maybe an accident that they tried to turn into a profit. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Let's see the brother himself, what's happening there. Okay, we have a small pile here. Let's take a look what we got. 3 of them. Alright, first one is the 9 of Cups in reverse. So there's definitely, this is for the brother. Like I said earlier, independence, and this is in case of an emotion. The 9s are the independence, but in this case, I think his emotions were kind of put behind him. You can see them like way far in the distance, and they do not look too happy about being there, so they're kind of traumatized in that sense. I think they've shoved a lot of stuff, a lot of emotional memories in the dark corner behind them. And then we have here the 7 of Cups. That would be wishful thinking. Probably they spend a lot of time thinking what if situations, like if only I had done this, or what if I had done that, what if I had said something differently, what would have happened then. And then we have here the King of Wands again. So I think he is now part of this whole story. Like the King of Wands here was the father, but I think in this case it's the son. Like they're on board now with the same path or pattern. They're going to continue to maintain that. I'm going to grab the other deck again to see if we can find out if we're ever going to learn the truth, like in public. Are they ever going to come out with this? Let's see who we can find. Nothing's really coming out. I've been doing some shuffling for quite some time, but no. Let's try the other deck. I had that last time as well. That just didn't want to talk anymore. Or maybe they're saying that the card they want is already on the table and they can't give me that one. Alright, let's try the Creatures of the Magic Forest tarot. Are we ever going to see the truth? Are they going to come out with the truth? Oh, that one just made a flip. We've got the Magician reversed. I think this is a feeling like their hands are tied right now. I think that's inability to move forward, inability to spend the resources wisely. I think they feel like they're stuck. Their plan has backfired in the sense that they cannot move either way. So I think they're not going to, if anybody comes up with the truth, it's not going to be them. I think that's the main point of the Magician reversed. So, or they might be continuing, because it could be, Magician is usually very resourceful either way, but the first thing that I felt like, okay, they're not going to be able to do anything because they feel like they're stuck. It could also be that they're continuing to be very resourceful to make sure it doesn't come out. Either way, it doesn't look like they're going to be revealing it themselves. So if anybody ever comes out with the truth, it'll be from another source, and that means it'll be, if it's not a detective who has like proof that it actually happened, then I don't think people are going to believe that, because it'll be another outsider with an idea, and we can't really be sure. So far I'm seeing that there was some type of either planned or accident here. Not really sure about that, but either way, I don't think it was intentional. Whatever it was, it doesn't look like it's intentional, but they tried to turn it around into some type of win, if you could call it a win. Not really win, more like a not as big of a loss, I think, is the main thing. Had to sort things out for themselves, eventually came to a conclusion, which they then carried out, and they're sticking to it. That's what I'm seeing for JonBenét Ramsey, her case. Hope you found that interesting. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below, or leave a like. It really helps the channel. And I hope to see you in another reading. If you have any suggestions for future readings, let me know that as well, because then I'll make sure to do that at some point. Either way, thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.